Late night, give her pipe to that thing up just right. Regroup, curl up to, then proceed to take flight. Fly the coop to the moon, fold cheese, take a bite. Stampede like a bull on our way to new heights.
They ain't even got the audio on yet.
You probably on mute. Unmute yourself.
Oh my gosh, that's for my work function. Let me change it.
I'm still waiting on Tisha and Nicia.
Hold on, let me fix it. Wait a minute. Start video. That's one. Oh my gosh, this is from work. This is my complete work background.
So you a damn zombie.
You saw my picture I posted on Instagram with the blue eyes and stuff.
Change
So
that.
this was
Ain't
my
Halloween
this was
no
my Well, this is embarrassing. Well, not really, but yeah.
Where the other two people at?
I don't know, but I'm here. Let me fix this. How do I fix my background?
Why I look like am I blending into the background or?
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's your I forgot what it's
probably
called.
Your hair, because your hair brown, isn't it?
It's your virtual background.
Yeah, it look tricky to y'all or it look hard?
It look cool.
Like
it's your brand in the back, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just I feel like I'm mixed in there somewhere.
Man, this is hilarious.
But you should better go to Zoom at the top of your screen, preference.
Well, I'm going to find a good background for myself since I didn't know that my Skype zombie was still there. Or I could just go back to Skype zombie. It's all good. Yeah, it's even still showing up on
now, I don't really see it, but it's blurry.
No, it's my name. I'm not Skype zombie anymore.
I don't see nothing that say preference. It say Von Trello's meeting under when I click Zoom. Cause yours is just like it's like you really sitting there like that. Like
Oh yeah, no. I haven't done the virtual background yet, so I'm still I had to hurry up and sign into the meeting because I didn't want to be any more late than I was, but I'm still setting up my computer. I'm at my mom's house. Christine, right. I had to grab my computer and stuff and run out because she needed something. So I'm multitasking.
Well, where the heck is these other two people at?
You know Tisha, Lord.
And Lanicia, because she kept asking, am I going to get a reminder? I'm going to get a reminder. No, look at the time, lady. Talking about a damn reminder.
Okay, so let's see here.
Well, while we waiting on them, I don't know how long that's going to fucking take. Y'all can introduce yourself, what y'all do for a living, where y'all from, what you're repping, whatever.
All right, well...
Somebody's coming in.
Somebody is coming in.
Sable.
We might need to get them situated too.
I'm still trying to figure out how to change my name. This some bullshit, some BS. Like, really? Is that what y'all on right now?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
We sure look like what the heck T-shirt?
Huh?
You sure look like what T-shirt?
I was like, what?
We was looking for you.
We was in the bushes.
I'm playing a game called Clue.
We was in the bushes looking for you.
Yeah,
I have my other cousins here as well. It's quite a few of us, so we all gonna get in this.
That's fine. The more the merrier.
Mom's side meet dad's side. Hello. Okay. What we got going on? Girl,
so I want everybody to introduce themselves, say what they do for a living, where y'all from. So we'll start with Shay.
Okay, well, I'm Shay Bay, also known as Every Bay. And I am from the West Coast, LA. West Side, Best Side. I'm an entrepreneur. I have Airbnb properties that we clean, and I also do customs. So I create custom things, Crocs, and anything custom.
Nice.
All right, what's the Instagram page? Plug it.
Every Bay Shay.
Okay. Keisha.
And that's SHAE. Sorry.
Okay. Keisha, introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Keisha. I am hailing from the Midwest. Born in Chicago, but I was raised and matriculated in South Suburbs, so I'm what you call a suburbanite. What I do for a living is I work in finance. I'm in the ad industry, but overall, I'm not gonna say that I'm a serial entrepreneur, but I'm definitely a creative, and I do all things creative, in my opinion. Just happy to be here, happy to support, my cousin-in-law, my good family, and just, I'm here, taking it one day at a time, trying to figure it out. But other than that, I'm just a networking specialist. So my handle is I'm just Keish on Instagram, and I like to connect people. I like to see people grow, create ideas. I like to support. All things that go on in the world, you know what I'm saying? Love and light and positivity, I'm for it.
All righty, Tisha.
Hello, my name is Tisha. I have no social media, and I'm in healthcare, and I'm from Chicago.
Straight to the point, huh? So, okay, well, I know who in a relationship, who's not, but the first question is, okay, who's in a relationship? You just
Are we raising hands?
I'm in a relationship with myself.
Wait, do you want
that count?
Hold on, Keisha. Do you want to know about everybody else on here that's here?
Yeah.
My name is Sable Russell. I am her cousin. I work on my master's degree for business administration. Okay, I am a union. I work for in labor. I'm a lead organizer for SEIU Local 73.
Okay.
Anybody else? No. Okay, that's it. I'm not in a relationship to answer the next question.
I'm not in a relationship.
Okay, for people who not in a relationship, when was y'all last relationship?
My last relationship was 10 years ago.
You said how many years ago?
I stopped counting.
10
years ago.
I'm in a relationship.
Okay, what are you guys?
I'm so happy.
What are you guys?
It's been a long time.
That's a long time. Why is that?
Wait, what was the question?
Why is that? Why so long?
Why have we been in a relationship so long?
No, why have y'all, the people who haven't been in a relationship, why has it been so long?
It doesn't seem like it's been long for me, because for me, my last relationship, formal relationship, if you call it, I just made a decision that I just wanted to spend time with myself and figuring myself out and getting to know me. So you don't put an expiration date on that. I've just, in my opinion, dodged bullets by seeing the red flags, being realistic about, I never said I'm not dating. I just said I'm not in a relationship. So when I got to a certain point, I want to say about 33, 34, no kids. My career was defining itself. I was happy with my lifestyle. I just continued on with it. So, I don't see myself, counting down, how much time it's been since I've actually been with someone. I've just been more making use of my time. And then I look up and I'm like, oh, it's 2021. I'm still good.
How about you, Tisha?
What was the question? Sorry.
Why have you not been in a relationship in 10 years?
Because these niggas ain't shit.
That too. I'm with you.
They lie like a rug.
Give me a Persian rug.
So
She said a Persian rug.
it's so many temporary situations out here. Ain't nobody looking for that, you know. And nowadays, I've noticed a lot of these men, they not even like what they was back in the day. They not even trying to date you. They don't want to go on dates. You know, they want to Netflix and chill. You know, Hulu and fuck you. You know, like.
But you can't really say it's the man. It's a lot of women out here that make it so fucking easy.
Yes.
Like they going off a shot, off a 20 for the $40 hour.
Yes.
You can't always just say it's the man. It's women got to be
Yeah, 'cause it's both.
Yeah.
It's both.
Yeah.
But it's just like the dating pool.
And you need to check for them red flags. Some women don't check for that shit.
But you want to know something else? My thing is to piggyback on it, to being the females, but it's a cause and an effect type of deal, because those type of females were not the majority while I was growing up. So we still had examples of people, whether it was situationships that worked out to be happily ever after.
Recording in progress.
People who have been in, you know, like let's say we know somebody that's been in a relationship for like 15 years and then they finally get the ring after like 6 kids and everything like that. They had to kind of go through their growing pains, you know, in order to get to that point. But when I look at people in terms of what they've dealt with, it's sad that in today we're dealing with a lot of enablement in our culture, because these females will accept anything.
Mustard, dagger, lighting.
You know, they would accept anything, and these men are okay with throwing anything out there, like they ain't even got no pride about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I think it's on both sides. You know, these females, they just outnumbering women who have standards, which I think is tremendously sad. But I can't put it all off on the guys, because, you know,
it's
females.
a two-way street.
Yeah, they got.
I just think relationships are work. A lot of people don't want to put in the work. It's a work that you're never gonna stop working for.
Because the relationship not 9 to 5. That's a 24-hour job.
It is, and you have to be conscious, and you have to understand that people grow and they change, and they're not going to be the same person at 15 as 25, as 35, as 55. Yeah. And so as long as, like, I don't know, I feel like when the love kicks out, when the relationship kicks out, the friendship should kick in. And that's what kept me going in my relationship so long. And we really friends. We were friends first anyway. And we just remain friends even after. So no kids for either of us yet. And I think that kind of helped too. I'm not sure how a dynamic with kids, I feel like kids change the relationship and it really show you what you made it. Yeah. But, you know, I just think people are not willing to put in the type of work that it takes. It's like, I disagree with you, you disagree with me, and somebody has to be right, as opposed to, okay, well, we really are not going to agree right now. We can come back to it and just be more mature about it. Everything's so ratchet now.
Amen to that.
Okay, what are you guys deal breakers when it comes to relationships? Like, what would make you say, fuck this shit?
Cheating.
Next question.
Next question.
Fucking another man.
Physical abuse.
Another man.
Definitely some gay shit.
You want to know a deal breaker for me, and I'm just.
No, like, I feel like it's a few deal breakers. Disrespect, period, point blank, because it's like, if you can't respect me as your woman and as your equal, it ain't no us, you know. And with respect, it comes with so much. And I feel like sometimes when a man is with a woman and he doing so much for her, not all, some, when he doing so much for her, she's probably like a housewife or whatever. She don't have her own, and he has to do everything for her. I feel like some men take that as he has the right to stay and do whatever it is to her. And I feel like respect is like, if you don't have respect for me, I'm sorry, that's a straight deal breaker for me. Yeah. Like I can't even be in the same room as you if you feel like it's okay to just disrespect me.
Yeah, but you know, some men only do what a woman allows, so they see you shit, they getting away with that shit. They just like, oh, I got me a dummy, so.
And then if he got a dummy and happy with a dummy, then how smart is he for real?
Yeah. Okay, what is something that you would never do in a relationship?
Anal.
Ah, you missing out.
Don't messing with the booty.
One of my cousins said threesome.
I know why. It's funny.
Cause
I ain't doing that.
Well, that's true, but that's the
everybody to the bottom.
But everybody different though. So some people are more sexual than others. So
You better know something.
I do anything with my nigga except with him and another man. Yeah. Other than that, I'll do anything with him.
It's just some people are more sexual than others. Like me, I couldn't do no threesome because I couldn't see no bitch on my man because I'll kill both of them hoes. I'll be on Snap. No, I wouldn't do it. Ooh, did you just moan, bitch? No, hell no. Fuck no, bitch. I'm finna kill you. You finna moan with this 9 in your mouth.
Out of certain shit.
Look, you finna moan with this 9 in your mouth. No, come on, moan.
Okay, love queen.
Right.
I'm gonna be on Unsolved Mysteries. But other than that, I do whatever. But that, no. I do whatever. We can be outside for all I care. In a public park. But I ain't outside, nah. I guess I gotta be a different kind of freak for that, I guess.
Yeah, anything but what another
man. Everybody got
so.
their different levels, so nothing wrong with it. I ain't doing it because I'm gonna kill somebody. Okay, be honest. Do you think you caused most of the problems in your relationship to the people who ain't in one? Do you think you caused most of the problems in the relationship you were in?
No.
So you think you ain't never been a problem?
Okay. Have I been in a problem in a relationship? It depends on which lens you're looking at. I'm not problematic, meaning that I want to argue all the time. I pick and nitpick or whatever the case may be.
Like, have you ever really overthink something? Like, you just always just nitpick?
I call it how I see it, and what I realize is that one of the biggest issues that I've had in relationships is communication. I'm not going to be a non-communicator, and I'm going to tell you how I feel, and I don't demand a response. I just feel like at some point you should be able to sit down with your significant other or your partner or whom you're engaged in the situation with and come to an understanding. And a lot of my relationships fail because the other person just did not believe or understand the power of communication because of their own traumatic issues, or for lack of better words, they just wanted to get away with it and I wasn't going. So yeah, on their end, I might have been a problem, but problematic, no.
How about you, Shay?
I'm too much of a lover. I'm a Leo. We're misunderstood to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's all about communication. So I don't want to be in a situation where anybody.
Leos can be hard-headed.
Right. I don't want to be a friend to nobody or be in a relationship with somebody, male or female, and it's always, conflict. You feel me? That's not fun at all. It don't make you feel good. So yeah, no, I'm not problematic, but from someone else's lens, they may see it differently.
Okay. Shay, do you think you ever been like the cause of any problems that you had in your relationship?
I think I'm the cause and the cure, baby. Okay. It's just like that, because the only problem and the only time I can't stand my man and we can't stand each other is once a month. And
right.
You feel me? That's it. I'm sorry. I have bad PMS. and that is about the only time that we will be breaking every time. Otherwise, we pretty much got a cool, copacetic relationship. And, you know, we grew together. I've known him since I was 16, been with him since I was 18. So we just grew with each other. Like she said earlier, growing pains. So he used to have problems, adolescence problems. You know, I used to have my little things. I feel like I was probably better, more mature then. But it's like now he's grown to a certain maturity I never thought I'd see. And now that it's here, I'm like, great. It helps me step up to the plate, but he's more disciplined than me for sure. So when it comes to me being disciplined, that's a problem. You know, that's my problem. I'm not that disciplined or consistent. And as far as his problems, let him tell it he don't have none, but
that's what most men say.
And so I'm like, well, you know, I bet you if we remove each other from each other's life, we'll start seeing, you know, more problems that we didn't think we had.
Yeah.
But either way it goes, like, I can say I feel like I'm more problematic just because of how I grew up, honestly. Like, he grew up pretty wholesome compared to me. And I grew up real traumatic and everything, and all my family and everybody in my family is traumatic, and they deal with trauma and issues by fighting and being crazy.
Yeah.
And I think I'm like 40% that, but him, he's like 10% that. So, yeah, I would say I'm more problematic.
I don't know where the heck Tisha went.
Lord, she done lost connection.
I think she used somebody else's phone, ain't she?
Somebody's phone and died.
Okay, do you think the woman or the man is the prize, and why?
It's not fair. I think both.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna say both. Like there's no one without the other, and I think that's the other part too. That you know, Shay made a good point about growing together, right? The prize is actually the result of your relationship, how happy you guys are with each other. You know, the memories y'all make together and the life that y'all are building and creating, you know, being able to, I was thinking about dating today. Just the concept of dating and what that looks like. Are you dating with intent to, you know, get married, or at what point do you meet somebody and you guys say, okay, this works for me? Because I was arguing with a friend about what cuffed or cuffing season mean. And I thought, oh, y'all, wait a minute. The Urban Dictionary is an MF, okay? I thought cuffed meant from when we were growing up, somebody cuffed you like, that's my boo, that's bae. You feel what I'm saying? Cuffing is really the new name for situationships, as my friends would say, when the hobosexuals come out and they looking for, you know, somebody to chill with and lay up with during the winter season.
That's what I always thought it was. Like cuffing season was like,
I had it wrong all the time.
I thought cuffing season was like from winter to spring, and then when summer come, bitch, you gone.
That's all I knew to me.
Right, so I thought cuff was cuff, like I cuffed her. You know what I'm saying? She's not available, or he's not available anymore. No, I had it all wrong, but I was thinking about that, and you know, when you meet somebody, that's the goal. Like, that's the prize, is the result of your relationship. Like, me and this person made it. We together. We, you know, this is what we're doing. So I think it's both male and female, and the relationship is the prize.
Right, the relationship. I completely agree with that, because I think we put a lot of stereotypes on how things should be. And me and mines, we unconventional. We gonna do it when it feels right. It didn't been people before us then they got married and ain't no more. Plenty. Yeah. And we didn't surpass time. And you never know. We might not surpass past tomorrow. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I feel like the only thing that separates us from other relationships that didn't maybe work sooner, Literally, the only thing is that we choose to not give up.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you gotta do what's right for you.
We want to.
Yeah, you gotta do what's right for you. Because everybody don't need to get married. Everybody don't need to get married in 1 year, 3 months, 5 years. Shit, you get married when you feel like it.
When it feels right enough for both. And that's because that's the problem. Sometimes people get married within 2-3 years and they didn't realize certain things that were make or breaks for them then. You know what I mean? But anything, I don't care if you've been together 1 year or 20 years. At the end of the day, like when you guys decide you're not going to give up on each other no matter what, ride or die type shit, it's gonna do it itself. It's gonna keep you together.
Yeah, because you got some women that feel like, oh, if a guy don't propose to me within a year, he must not be the one. Everybody not supposed to be married.
It's okay if that's how she feels, but
but
that ain't life.
But both of y'all are essentially saying the same thing. It's about when you're ready, and if that person is putting a time limit on when they want to be married, whether it works out or not, that's what is a reality for them. But I think people get the misconception of a lot of things because, and I'm not going to like go down the rabbit hole with this country and this society and the beliefs in the system. But when you go back to history or weird examples of certain situations, marriage is just the business of love. It's the paperwork of love. You get what I'm saying? Like, you've seen situations where people have been together 20, 30 years and people adopted this word of common law, not even knowing that common law goes and varies from state to state, right? And then their significant other who they've had this life together and they're considered to be wifey, when that person kicks the bucket, they are not entitled to the life that they built together. Or let's just say somebody, believes in love at first sight and they decide to jump off the cliff or whatever the case may be into a marriage. And it's all about what their expectations are, what their union should be. But at the end of the day, it's a business agreement of, okay, we love each other, we're going to be together, and these are our vows. Everything else that comes along with it, whether you put that ring on your finger or not, is still valid. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I say that I want to be with somebody and we're dating, and then I come to an agreement that I'm his ride or die, like you said, that this is what it is, it's going to be up to us if we want to make it official on paper or if we want to just continue on in a certain space and be okay with that and that be enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I've seen people get married in a short period of time and they're still together. And I've seen people who've dated for a long period of time. As soon as they got married, the relationship was over.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just the business of, in my opinion, of what people agree to do and what they hope for out of their situation.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they like to compare their relationship to others, which you should never do. Because nobody's relationship is the same.
Nobody.
Do what's best for you.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Would you date you and why?
It's funny because I told Aaron this the other day. I said I would marry me because I know how I am. Like, I'm really catering. I'm loving. I know I make a great mother. I'm a great friend. I'm a great family member to have. Like, I'm that person who will connect dots easily. Like, I'm easy to talk to. Like, it's nothing. Like, the things that you need, the things that you need from someone else, I feel like I am that. So, even with my mistakes, because we all got them. So I told him the other day, I was like, I would marry me. So if you or if somebody don't want to marry me, I would marry me. So I gotta treat myself if I'm not getting it from wherever else.
Yeah.
I would marry me. Yeah, totally. I'm so awesome. But all jokes aside, I would marry me because just in the same sense of what Shay just said, like, I know all of the qualities that I possess and what I bring to the table. I know the sacrifices that I make. I know where I'm drawing from. And I have a huge heart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the funniest thing that I said to myself, I had a lot of changes that happened in my life over the last 2.5, 3 years. You okay, Shay?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Okay. So, long story short, I went through a lot of transitions in the last 2.5 and 3 years as far as like friendships and relationships. And I love who I am. I love who I'm becoming. It's just an evolution. And how could I not be in love with myself? Not to a point where it's narcissism or me being self-centered, but I am a good catch. I am solid. You feel what I'm saying? And I said to myself, instead of me looking at people and putting them on this pedestal, let me go ahead and start putting myself on the pedestal and start being a friend to myself that I want from other people. You get what I'm saying?
Be the change you want to see.
Right, or be the relationship to myself that I want to have with someone else. Like, you can engage and not be on that Kanye bullshit, because whatever it is that he's smoking, he totally screwing himself.
I love Kanye. Kanye don't do no wrong in my eyes.
Lord,
anyway,
every Kanye says every Kanye fan.
He's nuts. He's nuts. He is truly a narcissist person, and it's creepy as heck. I get it, but he's too narcissistic for me. Too narcissistic. But needless to say, I think there's a balance that you find, but for me, yeah, I would totally marry me, date me, and everything like that, because I know I possess and I embody a lot of great qualities. Man, I'm gonna be all right, whether I get married or not. Not saying that I don't want to be with somebody, not saying I don't want to be in a relationship, but if it don't happen, if God don't have it in the stars for me, I'm gonna be A1. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, totally, I would totally date and marry myself. I would.
Okay, have you ever went through your significant other's phone and did you find anything? If so, what did you do about it?
Why don't you go first?
Yes. And when I get to that point, you done. I'm just looking for the nail to put in the coffin. The first time that I did it, I saw how far I was willing to go, and I didn't like how it made me feel. It really attacked my character and my integrity. Like, it's just certain shit that you just don't do, right? Like, one thing, I don't know if it's like this with, within our culture as a whole, but I do know this, and, this is also coming from the Midwest. We do not like our men to make us look like goofies. If our boyfriends or our dudes are with another female, depending on what type of female you are, that alone right there would be like, we're done. But I gotta have the nail, the smoking gun, the proof, and everything. And at that point, when I go through your phone and I already know. I'm just looking for specific dates and details to document.
But it's a thing, though. If you already know that, then what's the point of going through the phone?
The phone is just that, and let me explain. For me, I don't know about anybody else, but if I'm with you, I love you. I want it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I've always been sure of my emotions. I hate that manipulation space that guys can wedge themselves between because you want to believe them. You understand what I'm saying? And they can cast some type of, well, maybe it didn't go down the way that I thought it did, or how you thinking that you crazy. You feel what I'm saying? For me, yeah. I like hard drop facts so that I don't ever have to be in that manipulation space with a man again. If I get it, like, your dude, when your dude's stepping out on you, when your dude rhythm change, or something is off. You understand what I'm saying? You know that. So it's one thing to go to him and talk to him about it, but y'all might be arguing, going in circles because he don't want to get caught. But when you catch him with his hand in the cookie jar, he can't manipulate you. Yeah. He can't say he was out with his boys. He can't say that his phone died, while he was shooting dice or whatever the case may be, because the proof is right there. That phone unlocks everything. And then, two, if there was respect, and this is what I tell dudes all the time, it shouldn't even be shit in your phone for me to find.
So did you have his code, or you just happen to be unlocked, or you just hacked it?
I hacked it. I hacked it. I'm not gonna lie. I hacked it. I was tired of what I was seeing in my face, you know, and I felt stupid, and I kind of crossed that line. Yep, I sure did. I hacked it. Because I wouldn't give him, I mean, it's not, and it go both ways. It's like, you want to retain your privacy, but I don't have nothing to hide. I don't even recall him having access to my phone. It was just the fact that he just kept lying, and I was like, all right, let me catch you up in this lie real quick, and that's it. But I
think y'all should have each other's phone code.
I don't think, I'm going to be honest with you, and this is going to sound terrible. I'm 41. At this day and age, you're not going to be around me with your phone locked. It's not happening.
All right, I'll interject. This is just my, perception. And as I said, we grew together. So yeah, there's been plenty of times I've looked through his phone, and certain few times he's looked through mine. But I wouldn't this day and age. His phone is his, mine is mine. That's not to say there is or ain't something in it. But people have to have certain type of privacy, because at the end of the day, they gonna find an even sneakier way if you don't allow them. I grew up real sheltered. My mom was all up in my business, and I'm telling you, I was doing shit 10 ways till Sunday that she still couldn't figure out. But if she would have let me breathe, I wouldn't have had to be so sneaky. I don't want my man to ever feel like he has to find more creative ways to be sneaky. Like, a man, if he wants to do whatever he want to do, he gonna find a way to get it done.
Well, okay. So
I don't want to be that. I'm not authoritative over my nigga. I can't. I won't do that.
Let me. Because there's a little bit more to that, and it's not about control. It's about getting to that point. When I say that, if I feel some type of way, and 9 times out of 10 when I do, I'm right on the money. It's just all about all the pieces that come together. I'm not, like being a control freak, like you said, they're going to do what they want to do regardless, and they're going to find creative ways to do it. You feel what I'm saying? To me, it's just sometimes when that phone go off too much, or, you ask that person like, okay, so like they got a little TikTok thing going on that they think is funny when somebody like phone is going over and over, like beeping, and the person look up like, what's going on? It has to be that steady. Like at that point, when I pick up the phone and I look, I'm already at this space of you didn't trust him.
Somewhere the trust was broken somewhere else.
Right, but the trust was broken somewhere else. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's like that off the rip. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I would never, ever want to be a control freak. You understand what I'm saying? But if we get into that space, that's exactly what's going to happen for me to basically put it out there.
Because T leaves his phone open. I leave my phone open. I don't have it. I don't know his passcode. I used to know it. I forgot. We leave our phones freely enough to be like, okay, well, if you are gonna pick it up, it's there. Yeah. But it's not like because if that, I have been in that situation where the trust was broken elsewhere, and then okay, here and there I'll get little like, was that what's going on? Like, little hints, little clues. But a long time ago, I realized you have to slap me in the face with information, because I've never felt like number 2. So if a bitch out there feeling like number 2, that's too bad for you, boo-boo. Because you allowing yourself to do that. I've never, ever, there's never a way. And I'm not saying that I'm allowing anything. It's just God is in control to me. And at the end of the day, if it's something that he wants to bring to me and wants me to see, I address it then. But I'm not about to I can't be crazy like that. Like, I had to come to a certain maturity. If I feel like you driving me crazy, you out.
Yeah.
Some women gonna hate me. Some women gonna hate me for saying this, but I feel like if you're not planning on leaving, don't go through his shit. Because if you're just going through his shit to start an argument, let that nigga cheat in peace. Some bitches probably look at the.
Well,
some bitches are thinking that like, damn, you think he should cheat? No.
Right.
But if you ain't gonna do shit about it, let that nigga cheat in peace.
If you're not gonna do anything about it, like at all, like in any way, shape, or form,
Yeah, because
not
it is
even just
females
leave
like that.
it. You know, you're right. Just let them cheat in peace and let it be what it is. But to go back to what Shay said, definitely when the trust is broken, you know, it does, or it creates so many insecurities for whomever, whether it be the guy or the girl, because it could be the girl cheating on the guy or whatever. But when you have, like, let's say, for example, you're dating someone, right? If I live where I live and you live where you live, you pay your own cell phone bill, I pay my own cell phone bill, absolutely. You're 1,000% correct. 1,001 for me in my world, because we have two separate lives. But the engagement for me is that I had, how can I put this? I had things on the line. I had things invested. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all about respect, like you said, at the end of the day. So the things that I was catching on to were more than just social settings. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily say it was an exception, but there were other things going on between me and that person in a relationship where that was my only way. You feel what I'm saying? To get down and find out. And this is what I learned from that. That was embarrassing. I embarrassed myself wholeheartedly. And in that relationship, I always used to say, if I did this here, I'm never going to do it again. You get what I'm saying? And I made it a point that when I get to a point where if I have to go on your phone or argue with a bitch or somebody call me or anything, I'm done. And that was from that point that I grew in my space. So I don't have to worry about that type of stuff no more. But a lot of these guys and a lot of these girls don't realize that when you come into a certain space and you're living with someone, you're sharing expenses with someone, you got to be mindful of what you do and how that impacts the other person. And I think that's the part that kind of makes females feel a little bit more empowered or entitled to go through that person's shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm only going to look if I feel like this is where it's going to go. And absolutely, like you said, if you're not going to be ready to leave a bounce, let that nigga cheat in peace. And that's it. That's all. Don't even give yourself a headache.
Yeah, you giving yourself stress.
And the other thing, Shady, like you said, you know, everybody's relationship is different, but your man never made you feel like number two. There's a lot of guys out here that's in number one relationships, making their number one feel like 2, 3, and 4. You understand what I'm saying? And that also is, you know, kind of what goes into that with females. But it all, like you said, Christine, when you go back to it, if you're not going to do nothing about it, or you're not going to take that information and do nothing with it,
all you going to do is argue.
Just let it be. For me, I'm a strategic face. I throw it in your face and I'm done. Like, I give you a perfect example. My last relationship in 2007, me and his baby mama was on 3-way. When I heard how he talked to her, that manipulation thing that I was telling y'all about, he couldn't manipulate me no more. When I heard him, it was the most low-down, sneakiest shit that I could have ever done. But when I heard him in action talking to her, to this day, never dealt with him again.
And that's good for you. That's real good. I'm proud of you for that, because some females will
she dealt with him and married him.
Stuck with a dog, you know, something, you know.
I don't wish bad on nobody, and this is how progressive I am. I love dodging bullets. Dodging bullets saves lives, right? So my life was saved. My happiness and my peace was saved. For every bad situation that I may have left, when you grow, there's no baggage, right? And the thing is that it's not so much as I wish y'all well, it's I hope you got what you wanted. I hope that every tear and every piece of energy that you put into your relationship, I hope that after you done waited out all the bitches, I hope you got what you wanted. You understand what I'm saying? I hope it was worth it. But other than that, life is good. Everybody is good. You understand? But I won't take what I've done in one relationship and I learn from it and then carry it to another. And the going in the phone and the control thing, like I said, it's tactical for me and strategic. But other than that, when the person making you feel like number 2, 3, and 4, that plays a lot into it as well. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said, I don't wish you good. I don't wish you bad. I just hope you have, I wish you the day you deserve. I hope you have the day that you deserve to have. So.
Yep, that's a good one.
Okay, what's something you guys hate that women do?
Can I have a couple of them?
Yeah.
Overcompensate. I hate that women feel, or I wouldn't say all women, but the power struggle, right? Do we take on this attitude of feminism, which I don't believe is, truly a Black woman's cause? I hate to see women who belittle, in the name of feminism, brothers, put them down, typecast them, put them into a bucket, make sensitive men feel like pussies when they're not, when they're caring and compassionate about their family. Some people are more lovers than fighters. Some people are not going to be on the front line, coming out swinging. You have to know what you're engaged in and what type of person they are, and not put them into a bucket or beat them down. I hate women who on this city girl shit. You know what I'm saying? Carisha and JT, I ain't trying to be funny, but
it's a movement. It's so unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary because I'm not trying to be, I'm just going to talk our language. They project hoes. They bring that project mentality to the mainstream, and it's fun and it's ratchet. Like we want to do ratchet shit on the weekend, but that's not Monday through Friday. That's not a reality for us.
But this is the thing though. This is the thing though. I could have sworn when I was coming up, hot girl mean a bitch that's finna get bust down by a whole bunch of niggas. So why everybody talking about, oh, I'm having a hot girl summer? I thought that was a hoe.
No, but the thing about it is that, like, I'll give y'all a perfect example. So if we want to go down that path, go down that route, okay, let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion, okay? I love Meg. She's empowering, right? But look at the marketing and look at the gimmick. She got a whole man. Yep. You understand what I'm saying? And then when people ask her about her relationship, everything that women want in a man, she seems to have in her relationship, and they're publicly playing their relationship out in the public eye. He defends her. He sticks up for her, but yet and still, I'm happy she was able to pivot in her personal life, but she needs to also pivot in her career, because it's more than just you telling women to go back to school and do all of these positive things. You have to look at the reinforcement of women within themselves. You are not what you promote. You get what I'm saying? And then the other part with the city girls is that they are what they promote. But there are not other women out there balancing them out. It's just people coming back. There's a market for everybody.
But this is the thing. This is different between Megan Thee Stallion and the city girl. Megan Thee Stallion, she's not what she preach on records, but she sells though, and her shit actually sound good. The city girls, they trash.
Well, okay, so that's not where we're going. We're going with the mentality of what they're promoting, because at the end of the day, it's all marketing. Like, okay, remember Oaktown 357? Remember Hoes with Attitude? Lil' Kim had a gimmick. Nicki had a gimmick. So going down that route,
but none of them can.
Right, but the problem is that when you look at city girl interviews, or when they start marketing and promoting, they don't lie about who they are and what they are. I'm just saying that while y'all running around here trying to look like Carisha or look like JT, these women got security guards. They don't walk around in their Birkin bags in the hood, or you know what I'm saying?
It's like tainting the way these women should be. It's creating a certain movement. Just like, I don't know if y'all remember when Fine Ho and what was the other one name? Fine Ho and Pretty Ho was out. Y'all know them?
No.
Well, it was a whole thing. Pretty Ho in jail, but she is literally in LA out here.
Is that the one that was pimping girls?
Yes.
And I heard something about her pimping.
They was creating this whole movement of girls who was like, cool, it's cool to be a hoe, and let's have a madam. And, you know, God didn't like that, baby, because she in jail for a long, long time now. But, you know, it's just goes back to what you were saying, Keish, like, these women are creating a movement of things in our next generation and making it okay for it to be okay, but it's really not okay.
Mm-mm. So when Carisha did her promo, which I think that's what it was, they did a live with Santana, and he was like, let's get into it. Is it gonna be the baby, a little baby, or baby on baby? And Carisha was like, choo choo, that's some project shit. Okay, you talking about a train? Like, I wouldn't. It's just
she want to get bust down.
Right. So the thing about it is that they're not wrong in their lane. It's just the girls who are not being realistic and following them and understanding that their life and what they work for is completely, that's not your path. Like, they never said they hold themselves to become the city girls. You get what I'm saying? They went in the booth, whether somebody wrote their lyrics or not, they're working women. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're ran and they have a label. They're not running their own label. They're on someone else's label. So their whole marketing and everything and their entertainment is all coming with so many different moving pieces. This should not dictate your life at all. Y'all going outside with y'all titties out, like, y'all, listen, I'm already on my little weight loss journey, but it wouldn't matter if I was where I wanted to be or not. When you go to these clothing stores, it's all like BBL outfits. Like, I ain't get a BBL, so, this hole right here might show my little pooch of my fupa. So what, does that make me, not a city girl or not a hot girl? But at the end of the day, I know who I am. A lot of these young ladies don't have an identity, so therefore they can't have an identity in their relationship. So and when they get with their guy, they want to argue. They want to do what they think is cute. Like, y'all don't even understand. I hate the word toxic now. Bitch, I'm toxic. I'm toxic. Like, that shit's not cute. My toxic trait, I think it's cute when people say, my toxic trait is that I eat jelly donuts. My toxic trait is, I like fried pickles or some weird shit, right? But this toxic thing in relationships is not cute.
It needs to be healed. And so that piggybacks off of the original question. What do you hate in women? I don't hate nothing in women. I am not Mother Teresa. However, I don't hate. I just feel like, women do, a certain generation, this new generation and stuff, like, or certain people in our generation are thriving on just trying to be in this whole narrative of, like you were saying, the BBLs to be pretty, or, just not knowing their worth and knowing where they are at enough at. And that is something that I hate. I hate that agenda, because it's like, that can't feel good. That must hurt. When you walking around, either extra promiscuous, whether you be hella mean, or you always want to fight, or you feel me, whatever the fuck that pain is that you have not yet deep down went in and healed, that right there is something I don't like, because it can't feel good. That cannot feel good inside, because it doesn't look good outside.
Listen, what you say, that pain, you hit the nail right on the head. Yes, ma'am, that pain.
And I had that pain, and I have other pains. But I have certain pains that I have healed from. And I know what it's like to be in that place unhealed. That shit it could really take you down, like you said, a rabbit hole. Like, that can take you somewhere, and I don't want to see that for a lot of people. So I don't know how I come off to people. However, I have been there. I have been there where I walked around in a certain way because my shit wasn't together. And I didn't identify my thing that I needed to do. It took a lot of prayer, books, reading, getting around, meditating, Jesus, the good word, good stuff. It took a lot of good things to drown out that bad thing. because it didn't feel good to me to be fucked up of a person to somebody else. I know how it is to be fucked up. So I'm speaking from my own situation. Mm-hmm. So these girls out here that's hoes, these girls out here that's, out here just doing too much promiscuously, it's a cover. It's a cover for something deeper that I want you to tap into, because then when you embrace that in yourself, you winning, and you can win further.
It's always, to me, kind of been that dynamic, and that goes back, like, okay, feminism, and I stay on this heavily because of how it's peddled in our music and how people truly misunderstand what being empowered as a female embodies. I really, really do dislike and hate the behavior of women trying to drown men out. I just hate it. I hate it with a passion, because it's not the masculine male or the demasculated or emasculated male. It's just males in general and who they are in character and what they represent. They're more than a meal. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? It's more boss to get up and go out to eat with a successful man and him be a gentleman and pay for your meal at a nice restaurant. I saw I didn't like it, but I had to respect it in a way. This woman was like, me bringing Bae a $5 drink after he paid for our trip to Tulum.
Oh, I saw that.
And I'm like, and when I went to her video, girl, that's her whole husband. Okay? Mm-hmm. Why, you could do that for you and your husband, but you got these girls really thinking that if they didn't click and do the research, how these girls is coming up missing and getting hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Because, you don't want to bruise a man's ego in a certain...
You gotta let your man be a man. I'm not no man. I'm gonna let my man be a man. I'm never gonna... Right. I can't. I just... If a man is a leader, that's... if he's not no leader, then you don't have to submit. But you submit to the right leader. If he's a leader, if he's a provider, and he can own that, I don't have a problem being submissive. I don't want to be the man because shit, fuck it. That seems like a hard job.
But you know what? If women are focused on being women and playing their role and doing what they're supposed to do, whatever that embodies for you, because I can't tell you what your role is as a female. You feel what I'm saying? Then you wouldn't be so focused on what somebody else is doing or lack thereof, because in my opinion, that's a red flag. I argue with people, my homies, which I shouldn't all the time, about what is considered appropriate behavior when you go to a woman's house, or if you guys go out on a date, what the expectations are, just a bare minimum. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But to sit and just demean another person for not doing what you feel they should be doing, then you need to pick up and keep it moving. You don't have the right to sit there and just terrorize that person. And I see a lot of women do that to men.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example. Like my homegirl, she just got married, and I remember the relationship when it started, and she was just, before, baby, she was, you feel me, real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga, okay? It is what it is. And then when she got with him, he literally was a man, you feel me? Boom, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna put you on my back. And he was like, all I need you to do is submit to me. And she just kept having this conversation with all of us, like, how do you, I don't have a problem submitting, but when do you know when? And, here's the things that he's doing, but, what if it's a game? And, what if it's temporary? What if it's control? Like, she didn't, she was used to what she was used to. And then, he took her to church with him. He's actually a pastor. Anyways.
Oh, that sounds deep. That go way deep.
Maybe he changed.
Church submission is a little weird.
No, but I mean, you can take it for what it is, but I just mean, like, it has a structure about it. To me, God is just literally a guide. The Bible is a guide. It's not.
Yeah, I just put that up. Yeah, basic instructions before leaving Earth.
It's a guide, it's everything in it, and, but you take your spirituality where you take it, but it's a guide. And so it's crazy because it it took her from where she was to where she is now, completely a different, very submissive person. I didn't think she had it in her. But I think the right man, who, if he's a leader, you know,
just like
I don't even know what the original question was and how we got on here, but
but it's the same thing with men also.
She asked about what do we hate about women, and I started in on the feminism, and kind of we went into roles and how women and men, you know, vary on each side, and you know, for me, you know, like you said, it's what that submission looks like. You know, the Bible is very basic. I want my man to be a man. You get what I'm saying? And if I see anything less than that makes me feel like that he's not the type of man that I want to be with, I'm not going to berate him or belittle him or put him into a box. I'm going to let him be him and go back to what I said in the beginning. I'm not problematic. I just fade to black. And I done got so good at it that you won't even miss me when I'm gone. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not as invested into relationships early on, because you have to earn that space with me. You have to earn me. When I have my guard being up doesn't mean I'm keeping you out. You understand what I'm saying? My guard means that this is the gate that you're at. In order to enter, you got to knock the right way. And I'll let you in, and that's it. It's not a protective measure or a barrier. It is just simply a protected interest. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's it, that's all. But when we sit down and we talk about submission, that's just a balance of, you know, giving a little bit more than what you're willing to, depending on what space that's in. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, I'm going to say what I dislike about women. I dislike that women are too emotional to the point that we can't be real to each other. Like how men can. A man can tell another man, hey, you look dirty as hell. Go change your clothes. And they'll laugh that shit off. A woman can't say that to another woman. Bitch, what? It's going to be all type of emotional ass, goofy ass shit. You know you look dirty when your ass came out that fucking room.
Well, well, that's the thing, because we don't...
Too emotional. If I look raggedy, tell me. Fuck that.
Well, that's true, but it's not. I don't think it's necessarily emotions. It goes back. I like what Shay said when it's. How can I say it?
Women don't like other women being real. They think they automatically think it's hate.
You could be real.
Women automatically think it's hate. Look, that bitch hating on me.
No, it's not. But it's not.
It's just a way to do it.
It's insecure. It's hurt. It's hurt women. Like, I want my girl or my homie to tell me when I got a booger on my nose, or if I'm out here fucked up, or if I'm making bad moves and stuff. Those type of women, those are red. Like, you know, it's more than just red relationship, like dating relationship red flags. There are friendship red flags too.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? In fellowship. And I'm not saying that this is the case for every single black woman, but we have such a traumatic dynamic to our relationships and our history of who we are in this country, that if y'all ever been somewhere and y'all just having a perfectly like good day and you not even engaged in nothing, and you just see somebody acting real ugly and ghetto fabulous and cutting up for no reason, and you say to yourself, like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Now they got older, I'm like, damn, what type of hurt she living in? You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't know how to talk to each other. We haven't healed past a certain space. So what happened, Christine? We hit it off like we've been knowing each other for forever and a day. I didn't make it to where I needed to be at for your very important day. And if it was somebody else I was dealing with in my past, it would have been a whole thing. But y'all, it's hot, like you said, you're not emotional, you understood, you feel me? But when you tie into expectations and then trauma and insecurities, that should let you know, okay, I don't want to deal with that type of female. I'm gonna keep her like at a distance. You feel what I'm saying? But that is how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to look out for each other if we cool.
Yeah, but a lot
Yeah,
of
I
women
mean,
don't.
Have me out there looking bogus on my name in the streets, you know, being rotated like real messed up.
It's just like I don't know how to. The thing is, I didn't have my group of friends. We've been friends for 20 years, period. Maybe 17. Like I have long lasting. I'm proud of it because some people don't have one good friend. You know what I mean?
I sure the fuck don't. Because bitches can't stand me because I'm too real. They hate my ass because I'm too real.
Christine, like I'm real too. I'm not as direct as you. My thing is, I'll feel certain people out. Your spirit, I'll feel your spirit and how much it can take and what type of real. Because some things you might be a comment away from a cry. You just might be. She might be. And I've been friends with my friends, so we tell each other we'll never have each other looking crazy, but I'm not gonna get at her and be like, well, bitch, whoopty woo woo. Like, because
no,
that's
of course not say it like that. But I'm just saying a man can say it like that to another man. That's what I'm just saying. Like they can do that.
We not men.
But it's the thing
we
though.
Say it to each
we
other,
too damn.
We can get our point
it can
across.
Be simple.
Still.
I'm saying some women don't even like mouth. That's what I'm saying. Some women can't even take mouth shit.
Don't even.
I'm saying some women can't even take a mouth. Just a mouth, like okay, like excuse me, like your wig. Just like, come on now, mouth.
Because the thing about it, because the other thing too is that, like I said, I ain't been in a situation, you know what I'm saying, that I can honestly say that, you know, my folks, the people around me was too sensitive or we couldn't fellowship with each other. We had some differences altogether, and I'm not innocent in that regard. But I just know that the women that you speak of that have those type of issues, just to put it out there, they got their own trauma they got to heal from, and that's just being defensive and being extra.
Yeah, because I had a friend I had a friend that was going out with another friend, and she asked the girl like, "How does this look?" And to me, I knew the shit was not flattering to her body, but the other bitch like, "No, you should wear that." Like this bitch trying to have you going out looking like a fucking floozy. No, go take that shit off. No, this ain't your fucking friend.
I will be like, bitch, that shit trash. Like, that's trash.
But the other girl I know for sure is one of them friends. She was one of them. But the other girl I know, she's one of them friends that she want to look the best. She don't want nobody else looking better than her.
Okay, so boom, wait, time out, pause. There you go. Insecurity. You understand what I'm saying? She sent Shorty off, and that's not a
But
friend.
luckily I was there. I look like, no, don't listen to that bitch. No.
Yeah, that ain't no friend.
Yeah, that ain't no friend. She was sending her off. That's different.
We talking about real friends. We ain't talking about these.
Yeah, she was sending her off. That's a send off, so that's an exception. You feel what I'm saying?
But you know, some people can't see that. They be like, "Ooh, that was my real," because people will think, "Well, if that friend helped me do this and helped me do that, that don't make her no damn friend. She's still trying to have your ass looking out here crazy."
Yeah, I don't know. Hell no, I don't know. But we'll keep it real with each other about that.
Okay, how y'all feel about Kevin Samuels?
Oh God.
He like men.
Why you think he like men?
I don't even think he like men. I think he just was raised by
because he too truthful.
Women.
No, I think, and it's not a homophobic statement. It's just, okay, I'm going to say something, and it's going to sound awful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking tough. I'm just being transparent. Where'd Shay go?
No, I'm here.
Oh.
Somebody was texting me.
So the best statement that I make is that I hate dudes that act like bitches. And when I say bitches, I'm not talking about, like, females, like it's just some bitch ass shit that he does.
They catty.
And very catty and stuff like that.
Like what?
It goes beyond. It's like I said, it's not a homophobic comment. It's not a homophobic trait or anything like that. He has a true disdain for women. I can't see him wanting to be with a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he has a disgusting disdain for women. Like, he looks to put women down, especially sisters. It's like on some old weird
But don't
mommy
you
dearest
think? Don't you
shit.
think
feel
them
me?
women?
is.
But don't you think
It
those
is.
women put themselves in that situation? You already know what kind of man
we
he
not
is.
we not talk like I said, it's bait and switch. You feel what I'm saying? Like we again, we just addressed, like we told you before, with the whole that girl was trying to send old girl off, so that's an exception. You feel what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, sisters can be extra defensive, so that's why they can't receive the message coming from their people if your intent, you know, if your heart is in the right place. You know what I'm saying? But the same thing with Kevin Samuels, it's a lot of misrepresented women out there that's really trying to figure out. But a lot of the times when I see those conversations go down, it's very gimmicky. Because I can't see a woman making 6 figures at the top of her game, and then, come on, y'all, it don't matter whether we blue collar or white collar. As sisters, we go through a lot in the workforce, in the work industry. So you mean to tell me that, you know, I quantify my success in my career by doing these things just for me to get on a live call with this AKA female hater? Like, he has an issue with women in general, because I've never seen him, you know, for lack of better words, be respectful to any woman that comes through. What you do for a living? What is this? What is that?
And that's fine. He's trying to get the stats, but he takes it to a whole nother level of demeaning a woman. To me, it's like, your mama is a black woman, your aunties, okay, your grandmother, okay. So I'm pretty sure your grandmother had granny elbows. So you think she didn't deserve the men? Well, you didn't deserve the women because you couldn't keep one. You trying to tell people how to get one and keep one. It's just real. It's real back and forth. And I don't like nobody who demean no woman. You don't know what women go through. Women who have kids and all that go through a lot to be whoever they are. You know, they're not going to have the same opportunity. I hate when people say we got the same 24 hours as Beyonce. No, the fuck we don't.
No, we don't.
Beyonce
This is the thing,
got
though.
48
Everybody
to my
is not
because she got servants. She got people washing her clothes. She not cleaning her own house, baby. Beyonce got 48 to my 24.
Yeah.
And I hate when people say you can be whatever you want to be. That's a fucking lie. You know why? Because you got to know people to know people to know people. Everybody ain't meant to be rich. Everybody ain't meant to be middle class. Some people are meant to be poor. It's poor people make the world go round.
The thing about it is that I do believe in manifestation. I do believe in the power of thought. I do. But it's a matter of how far you're willing to go, and like you
gotta put work too.
You gotta put work into it. But
everybody
the thing
can't
about
be
it for
rich.
me is that when, like you said, Shay, with Kevin Samuels, he takes it to a whole nother level. And in the era that I grew up, I could smell a bitch ass nigga a mile away. Excuse my French in saying that, but you know, niggas who just would, you know, real wussy and projecting their issues off on other people, got their own trauma to heal from. You understand what I'm saying? And then now that, you know, I love social media and the power of what it can bring to the table as far as this platform is concerned, but it's a lot of dangerous information and a lot of dangerous brands out there, and he's one of them, because I watch him tear these successful women apart, and now he's creating mini Kevin Samuels.
But why do you think women keep going on his show, though? Why do you think they keep going on there? Like, why they keep giving him light?
I'm telling you, listen to me, y'all. It's a billion people in this world. You know, everybody want their 15 seconds of fame. Everybody do.
So you want to be downplayed for 15 seconds of fame? You want him to?
Or some people is really lost in the sauce, looking for it and thinking
that
you know, you're the one who can tell me because you have this platform, bro. You gotta go within self, know yourself enough to know that can't no man tell me. Okay.
I don't even know where he came from. Like out of, you know, like for example, okay, this is gonna sound crazy and random, right? I put DJ Academics and Kevin Samuels into the same where did they come from bucket. You get what I'm saying? You get on.
You know what DJ Academics came out? He came up off Chicago shit. That's all I used to talk about was Chicago shit.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, what made him credible in any way, shape, or form?
Nothing. The fact that everybody had the spotlight on Chicago, so everybody wanted to know about Chief Keef and Lil Durk, and that's all he used to make YouTube videos about.
And the thing about it for me is that who made Kevin Samuels? Or look, and the other person, that Derek Jackson. Woo, man, if that wasn't the funniest shit.
Yeah, he got him a dumb clown ass bitch. That bitch goofy. She's a real
At this
goofy.
point, I can't tell what's for money, what's for not, what's for media, what's for not. Half of the time,
that girl
they probably
and I think she want a woman though. I don't even think she want that
I
man.
don't know.
You say what happened?
I think
They probably sitting back laughing while they trending, making millions. I ain't no telling.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so gimmicky and weird. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
is.
he just give me too many. He not a good energy. He not a good spirit. You feel what I'm saying? He totally gives me toxic with a capital T, like some mommy dearest, like some weirdo shit. Like, did your mom beat you with a Bible when you was a shorty and
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? Who hurt? That's what I say to my homeboy. At first, I thought it was a joke, but he's seriously like you're taking these Kevin Samuel callers and you're trying to typecast a group of sisters, and that's not what we represent. You understand what I'm saying? That's not who we are. The sisters who are successful, driven, loving, caring, they out living their life and not living on social media looking for answers.
Yeah.
But there you go about Kevin Samuels. Don't get me started on him because he just gives me weirdo vibes.
I'm always like, who hurt you? Because somebody did it.
Somebody did, yep.
Can you be friends with a hoe?
Yes.
I have a friend.
But do you think you are who you hang with, though? Do you think you are who you hang with, though?
No, absolutely not. That's the beauty of variety.
You feel me? I think you gotta have a strong enough mind. Some people are who they hang with, and when it's positive and it's good, and that puts because I believe you should hang with people who know more than you and all that, and who richer than you to bring you up to a certain level and all that. But I have a friend who is,
but you know,
that's
like,
her business of choice.
But you have a man. But to the single person, like if it's a group of single people and it's only and like let's say it's 5 women, 4 of them is a hoe, but the 5th one not one. But of course, to a man. He going up to these bitches and he see ho 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 ho. Why he ain't gonna think the last one won?
Because at the end of the day, I think that men.
Because all hoes flock together.
It don't matter.
That's not necessarily
someone get to know me.
The first thing is yes.
Maybe I just hang around a lot of niggas, so I think like a damn nigga. Excuse my French.
Yes, I can be friends.
But I think like one. That's all I used to hang around niggas.
Right. I could be friends with somebody who, you know, from what society classifies her as a whore, but at the end of the day, what another bitch doing her bed, as long as she's not bringing it to my household, that's her business. You understand what I'm saying? But as far as men are concerned, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I know the saying is kind of cliche. You know what I'm saying? When they say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife or whatever, but when a man decides to make somebody his own in a certain space, he does not expect for that woman to be like her friends, or he knows if she's a hoe or not, or what he's getting into. You get what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, men ain't, I mean, not 9 times out of 10, but men are very reluctant to just wife up anything. You know what I'm saying? They don't want their homeboys to like hit and know, you know, it just, you don't find that as a commonality.
Some women know how to have shit just like some men know how to have shit.
You say what happened?
I said some women know how to have shit very well, just like some men know how to have shit very well.
Well, no, we talking about the whole friends and stuff like that, but I don't think birds of a feather flock together in all areas. I'm just saying we have commonality. Like, for example, you know, we can have commonality with each other. You're going to go off into social media stratosphere because this is what you do. You get what I'm saying? And then me and my regular old life or whatever the case may be, this is where I'm at. But when we come together within a certain space, whether we're family or not, you know that I got good sense and know how to act. You feel what I'm saying? Or I know how to carry or conduct myself. Or I'm not going to embarrass you or put you in a position that you don't want to be in. You feel me? So I think that's more or less so the question, because I don't want to show up to my whole friend house and she got like 30 niggas and she doing dicks. Like, that part for me is out the question. But if you just doing what you do and then going by what they say.
Okay,
right,
let me say it like this. Y'all both go to some dude's house. You just start fucking and sucking right there. You staying?
Nope. I'm
No,
gone.
that's
because
not my whole thing. But
that's
my
not cool.
friend, if that's my friend, she knows me, and she know that ain't gonna roll.
Mm-hmm.
And if she don't know, she gonna find out that day.
Yep.
And then we ain't friends. But
We ain't friends
I
no
got
more.
friends. I don't judge my friends because judge lest not ye be the judged, and I don't need to be judged for what I do. So I'm not gonna judge you. But I'll judge my friend. She doing her thing. I got her too.
Mhm.
She didn't call me at 2 a.m. on some shit. And guess what? So yeah, I could be friends with a hoe.
Yep. They're fun too.
Yes,
It just seems like all
her
the hoes
secret
want to
life
be.
way better
I'm
than
just
her
saying.
what she showed.
I'm saying like, don't no civilized bitches want to be my friend. Like, it seemed like all my life, only the hoes wanted to be my friend. I'm like, I don't want to fucking hang with you, bitch.
Are you sorry?
Why you attracting these hoes?
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
your
because
hoe
they
wanna
trying to
get
recruit me.
look,
They trying to
your
recruit
hoe
me.
Look, her whole side trying to tell her something like we've been quiet for too long.
No, they trying to recruit me. That's always what it is. Let me turn her out.
They smelled the hoe. They smelled the little hoe on you. The baby hoe.
I only fuck my damn man. I ain't holding for no
They
goddamn
smelled
body
the
else.
little hoe in you. They smelled just a little bit, like a little.
I couldn't even do it if I wanted to. I got too many morals.
Girl, hoe is life when you got to.
Shit. Shit.
No,
Everybody got a little
so
inner
what is hoeing now considered? Are we talking about the butt
Guess what?
down?
I'm gonna put
Because
it like
remember,
this.
it's
I'm
a
gonna put it
level-
like this. If I
it's
ever
levels to
become
hoeing.
one, I'm gonna be a high paid motherfucker.
All right, there's levels to it. Cause my thing
Rich
is this,
motherfuckers only.
Right, you got it's levels to it. You got thought.
Not
you
no
got
cheap
Thotty,
shit. The
You
fuck?
got Tatiana with bust downs and stuff like
My
that.
shit
you
gonna be political. Goddamn. That's what the fuck.
My whole name is Treasure Chest, baby. Okay.
Yeah, my shit gonna be
okay.
political.
Secret arrangements, okay?
It's gonna be
Man, don't hate on
government.
hoeing, Christine.
government
You a
influence.
married woman, but don't hate on it.
I'm gonna be government influence. Ain't gonna be no cheap ass bitch. Goddamn it. That's the fuck I'm saying. If I was to do
But
the
that's
shit.
what I'm saying. Now we're talking about cheap hoes, but the word
Yeah.
hoe itself is just
I said I'll never be one. I'm just saying if I was to be one, I'll never be no damn hoe. Shit, hell the fuck no. My shit is
You're not gonna
sacred.
be on Figs for the
Look,
$500
my
a
shit
day.
sacred as hell. My shit
Yeah.
sacred. My shit for one person only. Shit.
Nah, for real. He know that.
I ain't going nowhere. The nigga ain't going nowhere. Fuck all that shit. Okay, can you become friends with somebody who dogged your ass out around town? Like, can you
Nope.
you can't forgive them?
Nope.
So I love forgiving. Forgiving is great. I can't do it if you tried to slander my character. I can't do it if you had a moment and you was just mad and it was some light, very light.
Yeah.
But if you tried to ever slander my character or make me look like something else that I'm not, then no.
And it's like you shouldn't have no moment either, because why are you talking shit about me to other people?
Well,
like, damn, bitch, you might do this shit again, and it might get worse.
I mean, then you get in a category. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to hate you or nothing, but you're now in this category.
So for me, when I say I don't forgive, because there's no offense for me to forgive. When you show me your character, that's your character. Forgiveness for me comes from deeply rooted relationships where someone has offended you and you have that bond and they take up space in your head and your heart. There's a disconnect, there's some pain there, there's wounds or whatever the case may be. But for me, if you show me your character and you show me things in your character that challenges my integrity and you assassinate my character and you know how I move and we're close with each other, that lets me know how you feel about me. And I am a very, very, very visual, literal, physical person when it comes down to that. There are just some things that I won't understand. For example, why am I going into a room, Shay, as your friend when people are talking about you and I don't correct them right then and there? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
How does that make it okay that A, if I come back to you and tell you, or B, somebody else comes back and tells you the conversation, and I never said anything to correct anyone, like tried to change the conversation, try to throw it off, or just left the room altogether. You're going to look at my character and say, okay, well, I can't really trust Keisha like that.
Yeah, because why is you still sitting there listening to it?
Because the thing about it is
there ain't no way. So
people feel entitled, and they think that, you know, like, okay, I tell you something that people think I'm very childish about, and to this day, people argue with me about. I can't be friends with you if you're friends with people who don't like me. But the hypocrisy is that I could be cool with people not in the same capacity of being close to them. But let's say you beefing with somebody and I ain't got no beef with them. I'm cordial to them. I'm not close to them at all. I don't kick it with them. I don't go nowhere around them, or whatever the case may be. And if there's a big enough disconnect to whereas I have to be loyal to you, I'm going to cut that person off altogether. But the reason why I'm hard stopped with people being that way with me is because I already seen what their character possess. They run their mouth. You get what I'm saying? It's an indirect, you know.
I mean, it's an indirect tracks.
Right. It's an indirect thing in regards to integrity and character. So I'm not saying that I want to. I say this. It is hypocritical. But I'm not saying I'm better than that person. I'm telling you that people have known this about me. I shoot straight from the hip. Like I said, I'm not perfect. You can call me crazy or whatever, but I'm real big on loyalty. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, loyalty is everything.
And I'm not gonna kick it with somebody. Like if we have a mutual friend, that mutual friend is still mutual, but they kind of just, let me just kind of give you 50 feet because you're not rocking with my girl Shay as much as, you know, Shay's closer to me than you are.
I had something like that happen, but this is completely unrelated. But Christine knows we went to Cabo for my birthday. I had each and every individual. They didn't know each other. We was missing a few. But I had everybody there who I wanted because I wanted them there. It was a couple of people there who probably would never mix or haven't mixed in scenarios, and I'm glad they talked and hashed it out. But one person tried to tell me something about one of the other people, and I'm like, was she here for me? What did she say? She didn't say nothing to you. So at the end of the day, like, you feel me? What's said? You're going to have to respect it. She not here for you. You here for me. So be here for me.
There we go, right there.
I'm not playing that. So everybody was there how I wanted them there.
Yep.
But
and that's how it's supposed to be.
And nobody else had to understand each and why.
Yeah.
And that goes back to also hurt, trauma, and carrying. So, you know, for me, it's nothing to forgive. When I see your character, I just make the adjustments that's needed. And even within my hurt or my disappointment, I have to heal from that on my own. And I had told a friend of mine the other day, we was just talking about some historical history stuff, and I told her, I said, I don't want to go back to being friends with people in the same space that I was X amount of years ago, because I've grown and I'm happy in where I am in my space. You feel me? Like, the craziest thing is that I met Christine, I want to say, we really started to talk more on a frequency last year, right before y'all got engaged. Would you say, Lola?
No, we got engaged 2017 when we moved out here.
Okay, so I met you after y'all was engaged.
But
I didn't know y'all was
he
engaged
proposed
at that time.
again in 2018.
Yeah,
Why? I don't know.
Girl.
Right. So, well, as far as my timeline is concerned, I never met Christine when they were in Chicago. My cousin had already gone and went to LA, and her and I started to interact with each other. But if you were to put me, Christine, Tisha, and our other friend Niecy into a room together, you'll think we've been friends for 10 years, the way we talk to each other. Does that make sense? So I had I had Christine laughing. I said it may have taken a long time to get here, but y'all validate that there's nothing wrong with being friends with me. That when people just gel together, they just fall into it together, and that's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And from there, the bonding and the building and the expectations are created based off of personalities. And, you know, we celebrate each other, and we're very, very positive. But when I look at my past relationships and the toxicity, it's not about what I did to people. It's not about what people did to me. I literally said that my last friendship, we were toxic to each other. We might have had great memories to laugh about that. Of course, that's natural. There's got to be some good in something. Yeah. But I just thought about the chronic complaining, the bad behaviors that I expressed. And it wasn't about what she did to me. It was, I really wasn't a good friend to her. You understand what I'm saying? And then the thing for me is that I apologized to her and I moved on. I never wanted a reconciliation or, you know, let's go back to being like this, because I'm not that person anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So when people running your name through the street and running your business down, you have to live and learn to move past it. But other than that, I can't go. If it's nothing to hold or harbor, I see how you move. You know what Jay-Z say, it ain't no fun when a family feud. I like to see that Black friendship travel, or people coming together and Friendsgiving, like having an amazing time, and they some solid people. You get what I'm saying? Versus, you know, the people who not so solid. You feel me?
It's just all a growth thing. Like I said, it's probably 10 of us in our group all together, and we didn't have some stuff happen. 10 women, so we didn't have some stuff happen in our, and they wasn't even at my birthday. They didn't have their passports, but either way, stuff happened with different people at different stages and different ages, and stuff happens. So I will forgive, and I will be like, okay, well, now we have to transition into how, if it makes sense. You know, some friendships just will never grow to nothing. But if you see potential in a person, that, like I said, in my relationship, the only difference between the last and the ones that outlast and the ones that don't, is because people did not choose to give up. Some people, you know, it's just over with. But some people, you know what I mean? It's not. And I can't put every relationship in the same category, in the same capacity. I can't.
Yeah, because everybody not the same.
No, everybody not the same. And then too, when we talk about forgiveness and loyalty and stuff like that, I can't help but to talk about the value, or identify the value of love, like girlfriends in the sense of saying I love you like you're my sister. You feel me? A sisterhood, a bond, and like that was some real shit you said. Like, you're here for me. You understand what I'm saying? You focus on me, and that's how it's supposed to be when you and that person are solid, and somebody else come around that, you know, you might not vibe with, or y'all might, you know, not, you know, have the best chemistry with, right? Yeah. But I would never ask somebody who's talked about, put down, or made, or fit, you know, made, or someone, because I get the short end of the stick for me is that I get bullied a lot. Now, not bullied like somebody gonna beat my ass bully, but people get real comfortable with stupid shit that they say in my presence, and then I'm looked at or considered to be the funny acting or crazy one when I respond to it, or I don't fuck with that person like that, and I'm very standoffish. You feel me? And I'm not very good at hiding my facial expression. I suck at it, to be perfectly honest. You can really read me like a book.
I think that's just the Chicago in you. I think we don't know how to fucking hide our fucking facial.
I get so tired of people always trying to make me own some shit, and I'm just sitting here like, but they don't like me. They don't fuck with me. So you mad at me because this is how I'm responding to it, because I'm uncomfortable, or, you know, this is my defense mechanism, you know, my mechanism or my reaction. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that goes back to what I said. When you see how people moving, you have to learn what quantifies as friendship and what quantifies as sisterhood and what qualifies as being loyal. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a loyalist across the board. My loyalty will never be matched. So I won't raise the bar that high for people to meet something that may be unrealistic for them because they don't know what that's like. You understand what I'm saying? So my loyalty, if nothing else, I don't like for anybody to challenge that or put me in a situation like you said, Shay. If I was that 11th person on Cabo and you telling me that I come to you and you say, Keish, you here for me, then you want to know what's in exchange in that conversation? You got my back, Shay. You ain't gonna let me look stupid if they try to front me off or pick on me, right? That's the next thing that's gonna come out my mouth. You feel me?
Nah, because I fight with whoever wrong. Like, at the end of the day, you
but
wrong,
that's what
so
I'm
I'm going to
saying.
tell you, you're wrong.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Whatever.
So that's what I'm saying. So the people that I thought were cool with me, instead of them taking that approach, they find reason with the other person. And I lived in a lot of insecurities, not caused by people. It was the effect of the friendships. I'm more secure with myself being by myself. Who is that? I'm being nosy. I'm making sure you good.
Oh no, I'm good. It's always people going in and out my house. My boyfriend, my fiance cousin, and his homeboy.
Cool. I just seen somebody walk past the back of your window. I'm like, you good?
He gonna be calling me or something in a minute. But yeah.
Can y'all leave one of y'all whole friends around y'all man though?
No, whole friend or not, why is anybody around my man by themselves unless they
is that what you meant by themselves?
Right,
yeah, basically.
Like, first of all,
a whole friend.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, you and your friends in the house. Your man is there. You had to just step out right quick. You gonna leave our ass in the house?
Some of my friends.
Right quick, like where?
No, the whole
not
friend. The whole friend. You trust her that much to leave her in the house, even for 5 minutes. You only need 1 minute for a quickie. You only need 1 minute.
Wait, Christine, listen to me. Let Shay help me out here.
I got friends that I would leave around my man.
No, the whole friend. The whole friend.
Shay, let's get back to this. Shay, help me out here. Help me out with this. I'm finna make a statement. Just because she a hoe don't mean she going in every situation. Some hoes do have standards. Some hoes will not fuck their friend's man.
Oh God.
A hoe ain't got no standards. Ain't no such thing as a hoe with a standard.
No.
Ain't no such thing as standards with no hoe.
No, I said some. Y'all not doing it.
None of them.
Right,
listen.
None of them have standards because they wouldn't be a hoe.
First of all, I have to graze over this. I have to say this real quick. My friend got standards, okay?
Ain't no such thing as no standards with no hoe.
She not an easy hoe on figure word.
Thank you.
Okay?
That's still a hoe.
That's what I'm saying.
That's still a hoe, regardless.
And to know her is to love her, period. And to answer your question, to be honest, I'm pretty sure I would. It's never come up, but I'm pretty sure I would. Like,
but that's what that's you just proved my point. Christine, just because somebody's a hoe don't mean they going in every single situation. You talking about bust down. That's why I said there's levels to that. If you talking about thoughts, those are women, that hoe over there, she has no standards whatsoever. There's just some women that just, if you look at them and you call them a hoe, under what guidelines?
I don't even call my friend a hoe. My friend is very sexually in touch with her body and comfortable and whatever.
That bitch had 8 niggas this year. She a hoe.
And
that bitch had 8 niggas this year. She a hoe.
Okay, but then
say too much, but all I know is she's good. Like she's good. Like I wouldn't even. This is my real friend. She
have a different man every Thanksgiving and Christmas.
No, Christine, you know what? I don't know if you traumatized by the word or what it embodies or whatever the case may be, but Shay and I are saying the same thing. Just because a woman is promiscuous, sexually confident.
My nigga ain't got enough money to put in her pocket. First of all, she gets I'm telling you, stupid dummy money. She not.
This
no,
is
she
a high class hoe. That's what I said I'd be if I was one.
Very.
You asked the question.
Out the country.
That's what I just said. I said if I ever was to be one.
But Christine,
my man ain't gone.
She knows
my
her
man
friend.
also.
But listen, look, that's the thing though. Ain't that what I just said? But ain't that what I said though? Ain't that what I said though? I said if I ever was to be one, I'm gonna be a high class hoe. But that's still a hoe.
But you blowing past the fact of what Shay is using as a perfect example. She knows her friend, so yes, she.
I need to bring like 80 niggas in this conversation.
Around her dude. You feel what I'm saying? In that regard, and this is the part that's messed up. I've been on the other side of the fence